Hi, my dear students. This is your Prasanna Harikrishna sir, Assistant Professor of Botany, SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar. So today we are going to see the phases, or you can say stages, or you can say steps of photosynthesis. Okay. So in the last class we have seen different kinds of pigments and their characteristic features and the functions. So in today's class the phases of photosynthesis will be discussed. Okay. So according to different several scientists, the photosynthesis has two phases. Basically one is light phase, the second one is dark phase. Okay. So light phase and dark phase, these two are the phases of photosynthesis according to several scientists. Clear? So what is light phase and what is dark phase? We will discuss in detail. Clear? So I want to give you the brief differentiation between light phase and dark phase. Okay, we will see the differences first, then you will get an idea over each and every concept. Clear? Light phase. Okay, this is light phase indicates light is essential. Light is essential for this phase. Okay, then light is not essential. Okay, light is not essential for dark phase. Light is essential for light phase. Then light phase, the word light phase was first used by Robin Hill. Robin Hill. So Robin Hill contributed a lot in these light phase reactions, whereas dark phase, Blackman. Okay, so Blackman contributed a lot in dark phase reactions like Kelvin cycle, C4 and etc. etc. Clear? So light phase takes place in the grana of chloroplast. Okay, so grana of chloroplast, or you can say thylakoids. Thylakoids. Okay, light phase takes place in thylakoids or grana, whereas dark phase takes place in stroma. Okay, for example, if you draw the diagrammatic representation of chloroplast, so every chloroplast is surrounded by two layers. One is outer layer and the second one is inner layer. In between these two layers there is a space called periplastidial space. So inside the chloroplast, these are the disc-like structures. Every disc is called as thylakoid. Okay, so these are all the disc-like structures or coin-like structures. This every coin is called as what? Thylakoid. Okay, the group of thylakoids, this is group of thylakoids. So group of thylakoids is called as what? Grana. Okay, so in the grana, or you can say in the thylakoids, which kind of reaction takes place? Light phase. Okay, then come to dark phase. So the remaining portion of the inner region of chloroplast can be called as stroma. For example, this is remaining portion. So this is what? The remaining portion of chloroplast. This particular space can be called as what? This is grana. This is stroma. Okay, so stroma. In stroma, what is there? What takes place? Dark phase. Okay, then this this does not need any temperature. Okay, so it does not need any temperature, it needs temperature. So temperature is required for dark phase, temperature is not at all required for light phase. Then the end products will be ATP and NADPH2 and oxygen. Okay, so ATP, NADPH2 and oxygen will be the end product of light phase. Clear? So ATP, you know very well about ATP. So I have already told you the detailed structure of ATP in respiratory mechanism. So adenosine triphosphate, right? This is called as energy molecule. Then NADPH2, so nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, that is reduced form of NADP. So NADPH2 nothing but what? Reduced form of NADP is NADPH2, and oxygen will be liberated in light phase. Clear? So come to dark phase. The end products of dark phase are foodstuffs in the form of carbohydrates, right? So carbohydrate, or you can say starch, or in the simpler form, that is glucose, so is the end product of dark phase. Clear? So this is about clear cut division or differentiation of light phase and dark phase. Okay, so come to first one, that is we will discuss one by one. So we will discuss first, that is light phase. So light phase takes place in grana or thylakoid. This is what? Thylakoid. The group of thylakoid can be called as what? Grana, right? So we will see the structure of thylakoid first. The word thylakoid was first used by Menke. So Menke was a man who used the word thylakoid first, and this thylakoid is made up of lipoproteins. So thylakoids are made up of lipoproteins. Nothing but lipids are there as well as proteins are there. Nothing but fats and proteins both combine together and form thylakoid structure. So this concept, that is what? Lipoproteins are useful for the making of thylakoid was first discovered by Weyer and Benson. So Weyer and Benson, two scientists, told about the structural representation of what? Thylakoids. Basically these thylakoids are made up of lipoproteins. Clear? Now these thylakoids, for example, I'll cut this small portion of thylakoid, so it looks like this. For example, this is what? Thylakoid. Okay, so every thylakoid has two basic layers, right? So this is outer layer, this is inner layer. So this is complete inner portion of the thylakoid. This inner portion of thylakoid is filled with water. This is what? This inner portion, complete inner portion is filled with what? Water. For example, I am writing here, that is water. Okay, so water is filled with the inner portion of the thylakoid. This is what? Lumen. This is called as lumen. So lumen, nothing but the space inside the thylakoid is lumen. This lumen is filled with water. Hence lumen is considered as the reservoir of water. Okay, so then come to outer and inner layers. There are different kinds of pigments. Okay, different kinds of pigments, and some lipid molecules or fat molecules are present in this particular thylakoid structure. Okay, so these are all the pigments. So pigment composition is around 50% inside the thylakoid membrane. Apart from pigments, there are fats or lipids. So lipids composition is also 50%. Okay, so 50% of the lipids and 50% of the pigments are there in the structure of what? Thylakoids. Clear? So what are the pigments? I have already told you the detailed information about pigments. Pigments nothing but color giving substances. Clear? So pigments, what kind of pigments are there in this particular structure? Means chlorophylls are there. Okay, carotenoids are there. So chlorophylls and carotenoids, these two are the pigments that are present in thylakoid structure. Okay, for example, there are these particular special structures. These special structures are having pigments. So these are the specialized structures, round shaped structures. Clear? So I isolate one round shaped structure from the thylakoid membrane. This is a round shaped structure. So inside the round shaped structures there are pigments. Okay, so this every round shaped structure is called as what? Quantosome. Important. Quantosome. Okay, so quantosome is considered as the unit of photosynthesis. The unit of photosynthesis. Why it is called as unit of photosynthesis? Because photosynthetic process means the particularly light phase. Light phase takes place in quantosome. Okay, so light phase takes place in the quantosome, hence they are called as units or structural units of photosynthetic process. Okay, these quantosomes are coined, these quantosomes are discovered by Park and Biggins. Park and Biggins. So these two are the scientists, Park and Biggins, discovered quantosomes in thylakoid membranes. Okay, so every quantosome, remember, every quantosome is basically a round shaped structure. Okay, and it is composed with 230 to 250 chlorophyll molecules. So it is, every quantosome is composed with 230 to 250 chlorophyll molecules. Clear? And this quantosome is responsible for photophosphorylation. Important. It is responsible for what? Photophosphorylation. Remember, phosphorylation, whenever the term phosphorylation comes, it indicates, formation or production of ATP. Then photo means light. Clear? So whenever the ATP is formed during the or in the presence of light, that can be called as photophosphorylation. So in respiration, I have told you, that is oxidative phosphorylation. Whenever there is an oxidation, there will be formation of ATP. That kind of reaction can be called as oxidative phosphorylation. So in this context, photophosphorylation, photo nothing but light, phosphorylation means formation or production of ATP. Clear? So ATP formation takes place in the presence of light, that can be called as photophosphorylation. Clear? So this particular structure, that is quantosome is the site for photophosphorylation. Clear? So for example, these are the chlorophyll molecules. These are all the chlorophyll molecules. Around 230 to 250 chlorophyll molecules are present inside the quantosome. These are all chlorophyll molecules. Clear? So one particular chlorophyll molecule along, apart from all the 230 to 250 chlorophyll molecules, act as, for example, if it is the chlorophyll molecule. So it is more active. It is more active when compared to other chlorophyll molecules. This can be called as, this active chlorophyll molecule can be called as reaction center. That is what? Reaction center. Clear? So whenever the light is received by one particular chlorophyll molecule, the light is transferred to one chlorophyll molecule to another. Right? So light passes like this, light energy passes like this, and finally this light energy finally reaches the reaction center, that is chlorophyll A molecule. Chlorophyll A molecule acts as the reaction center of light phase. Okay, so whenever the light energy reaches this chlorophyll A molecule or reaction centers, what happens? I am considering this chlorophyll A molecule as a reaction center, and it is a molecule basically. Right. For example, if it is a molecule, right, if it is a molecule on the outer orbit, this is what? Outer orbit of the molecule. On the outer orbit, there are what? Electrons are there. Okay. So these electrons, whenever it is charged with light energy or it receives light energy, the electrons of the outer orbit will be lost. Okay, will be in excited condition. Remember, so they will be in excited condition. When they will be excited condition? Whenever it receives light energy. Clear? So they will be in excited condition. So after some time they will be lost. Electrons will be lost from the chlorophyll molecule. So these electrons move from one carrier to another carrier, or one particular a structure to another particular structure. That can be called as electron movement or electron transportation. We will discuss how the electrons move from one location to another location, or you can say from one carrier to another carrier. Clear? So this is all about the structure of quantosomes. how the quantosomes look like and how the quantosomes work. Clear? So this is about basic information of light phase. In this particular light phase, we will have to look out about red drop mechanism, PS1 and PS2, and photolysis of water. Okay, there are 4 concepts in this light phase. One is photolysis of water, then the second one is red drop, third one is PS1, that is photosystem 1 and photosystem 2, or a cyclic photophosphorylation or cyclic photophosphorylation. So these are the concepts will be discussed in the further classes of light phase. Clear? So thank you one and all, stay tuned. Right, thank you.